Hello and welcome to this edition of Mornings. I'm Rachel Allmark.
And I'm Gabby Mosley. The national Japanese exam results are in, and the 3 different exam levels were daunting, as they were held entirely in Japanese and were designed to emulate real-life situations. 18 students received recognition for their results on the Level 1 exam, including Annalise Sirjo, who received a gold medal for her score. Kevin Wang received a silver medal on the Level 2 exam, and 7 students received an award on the Level 3 exam. Congratulations to all who participated.
To say North Penn Theater Spring Musical was a success this year would be an understatement. Their performance of the hit music, Mamma Mia, crushed box office records previously held by Beauty and the Beast. And the spectacular set design, great performances, and catchy songs kept people coming back for more. North Penn Theater's production of Mamma Mia was an excellent achievement by all the students and adults involved, and is sure to go down in the books.
It's Teacher Appreciation Week, and you might have noticed the sweet smell of pancakes. That was for all our teachers and staff. The high school administration was out flipping those flapjacks all morning long. Let's check in with Assistant Principal Mr. Edwards. Tell me about those pancakes. Are these the best in town? What was the scene like this morning as you served hundreds of pancakes? What do you want all our staff, not just those? All right, it looks like you have cleanup duty. Thanks, Mr. Edwards. Mr. Brumbaugh is back. This week, he wants to know, how did Teacher Appreciation Week get its start? Remember to tweet your answers to @NPTV using the hashtag Brumbaugh. The Keystone exams are Monday, Tuesday, and Friday next week, and the following Monday, May 20th. For those taking Keystones, an email will be sent to all students who are scheduled to take the Keystone exam, detailing the exam that the student has to take and the room that they need to report to. For students who do not take Keystone exams, activities will be available during the testing periods. Here is a list of activities. GAS activities stands for games, activities, and sports. All gyms, the wrestling room, and the Ox Gym will be open and available with activities set up for students. If you are interested, you may bring your swimsuit and towel and use the pool during this time as well. A study hall will also be available in the Audion. There will also be several teachers available for academic support. Math help with Mrs. Marino and Mrs. McLarnon is available in F127. English 11 help will be with Mrs. McKee in K237, and English 12 help will be with Mr. Miller in K124. Physics help will be with Mr. Young in C39. World History help will be with Mr. Gucci in D11, and Engineering help will be with Mr. Wojcik in H14. And finally, Mrs. Young will be offering manufacturing help in room H09.
Mrs. Sierra Mirza, the co-advisor for the Muslim Student Association, is working to help the North Penn Mosque collect toys for underprivileged Muslim families this Ramadan.
So holiday time, every kids, they want the toys. So some of the struggled family, they came in this country, they don't have that much opportunity to buy the toys. The toy will be age 2 to 12, boys and girls. You just drop off in C35 by May 17. We'll be take care of the rest of the things.
Once again, donations will be accepted from now until May 17th. We have Pranjazi Das live in the studio to give us this week's lowdown. How are you this morning, Pranjazi?
I'm doing great, Rachel, and now let's get right into the lowdown. Are you ready for the big day on Saturday? No, I'm not talking about prom. I'm talking about the Marching Knights Mayfair from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by the cafeteria courtyard for music, food, and games. See you there. Do you want to save lives while getting out of class? Then sign up for the blood drive scheduled for Thursday, May 23rd. Sign-ups are in the main cafeteria during lunches all next week. You'll need a signed parent consent form when you go to donate. Grab a form when you sign up or check your email. On the day of donation, make sure you have ID with you and have a good breakfast. The North Penn Gallery of Art, featuring artwork created by students from K through 12, will be open to the public on Wednesday, May 22nd and Thursday, May 23rd, from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Come check out some excellent artwork created by your peers. There will be a 3-on-3 basketball tournament on June 1st here at North Penn. The tournament is open to all 9th through 12th grade students and staff members. The cost is $5 per player. Sign up at the door beginning at 8:30 the day of the event. That's all we have for this week. I'm Pranjasti Das. I'm sending it back to the desk.
Mr. Monero is here with the members of the senior class cabinet to talk about reflections. Take it away, Mr. Monero.
Thank you very much. Rachel, Tanya Claire, and Kat Van Abo are here today to talk about Reflections. It's one of the big end of the year events. It's middle of May already, basically, so this stuff is coming up fast. So why don't you guys tell us, what is Reflections? What's the theme? How do we get involved? All the information anybody would need to know.
Okay, so the theme for Reflections is friends. We wanted something everyone could look back on and reminisce about. And the most important part about high school, or one of the most important parts, and the thing that we're going to remember for years, are the people and the friendships we make. So we really wanted something that would celebrate that in a fun way.
Good. All right, so when you say the theme is friends, it's not like just friends, but it's kind of like the show too. Like,
yeah.
I saw the Reflections logo. I get it. All right, Kat, what else? How about videos, right? We consider videos.
We need a lot of performers to audition for performing at Reflections. So it can be anything from singing, dancing, reading poetry, playing an instrument, anything really. So we need audition tapes for that. So you can send those to nphs2019reflections@gmail.com by May 17th. And then we also need pictures for our end of year slideshow. So it can be baby pictures, school pictures, dance pictures, anything with North Penn students and teachers, and those can be sent to the same email by May 15th.
Okay, and then also Mr. Fluck and Mrs. Marino will be there too to answer any questions if someone wanted to go see them.
Yes.
And how about the event itself? When is it, and how does that sort of unfold the night of Reflections?
So Reflections is June 11th. It's the day before graduation, and it's at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. It's the last time the senior class is sitting together as one. And yeah, it's a really special night because it's not just a high school event, it's an event that commemorates all 13 years of our life, basically, from kindergarten to now. So you should really come out. You're gonna miss out if you don't come, so yeah.
All right, good. Reflections means that we're getting close to the end, and when I think of friends as a theme, do you know who I think of when I think of friends? Diane West. All right, North Penn, we're gonna come back here with another interview in a little bit, but for now, we'll send it back to the desk. Remember, get those Reflections, auditions, and videos in as soon as you can.
We finally got our connection working. So tell me, Mr. Edwards, how are those pancakes?
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Pancakes are really good. Everybody check it out. We're just cleaning up right now. Trying to wrap up a pretty good Teacher Appreciation Week.
He is live in the studio to give us this week's sports update. How are you this morning?
Hey Rachel, I'm doing pretty good. So to start us off this week, North Penn Knights softball squad had their undefeated run ended by the CV South Titans yesterday in a close game with a final score of 3-1. However, the Knights still managed to clinch the conference title, so congratulations there. The Knights baseball team has split their 2 games this week, beating CV South last night and falling to CV West on Tuesday. The baseball squad goes up against Hatboro Horsham at Weaver Field in Lansdale for community night tonight, so come out and support the Knights. The boys lacrosse team will head into the postseason with an 11-6 record after knocking off Council Rock North 13-7 last night. And the volleyball team opens the District 1 playoffs this Tuesday when they host William Tennant. Finally, good luck to the boys and girls track teams this weekend as they compete at leagues. That's all for this week's sports update. Have a great weekend, North Penn. I'm Arush Hatti, sending it back to the desk.
This one's for you, teachers. Let's hear what North Penn students love about their teachers on this edition of Question of the Week.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Mr. Boyer inspires us because he always helps us in the engineering department with whatever we need.
Mr. King, because he doesn't just talk about ionic and covalent bonds, but he develops human bonds.
Mr. Monero, because he inspired me for my knack of writing.
Miss McGinley for pushing me to do my best.
Mr. Heller, because he wore pink on Wednesdays.
Mrs. Roney for always teaching me how to act better.
I'm inspired by Mr. Reichwein's wise words.
Dr. V, because for the 2 years I had him, he inspired me to be an engineer.
Mrs. Lewandowski, because she broadened my scope of my writing and also gave me a bigger point of view than I thought I never had.
Mr. Brewster, because he pushed me out of my limits.
I appreciate Mr. Rowe because he taught me how to appreciate math.
Respect, because he helped me become a better student.
Mr. Miller, my elementary school band teacher. I was going to quit playing the trumpet, but he told me to continue and pursue it, so here I am now.
Mr. Burrell, because he's always looking out for all his students and he always wants everyone to do their best and he works so hard at his job and it's really awesome. Miss Tinsley because she tells me to do better every day and she makes me want to come to school and do good at her class.
May is Better Speech and Hearing. May is Better Speech and Hearing Month, and this week is National Stuttering Awareness Week. Mr. Monero has Simone Harris at the Knights of the Round Table to learn more. Mr. Monero.
Okay, good morning, Simone, and welcome to the Round Table. We've never had you on here before, have we? No. Okay, so tell us a little bit about Better Speech and Hearing Month for May. What is that all about?
So the month of May is basically dedicated to everybody who has a speech impediment or hearing issues. But this week of May, which is the second week, is solely dedicated towards people who have a stutter. Now, with the stutter, it can manifest in many forms, and only 1% of the whole entire world population has a stutter.
And what are some of the reasons why people have a stuttering issue? You have some information here about that. What causes such a thing? There
are multiple causes to having a stutter. For example, for me, I was a late talker and developer. I did not start talking until I was almost 4 years old. It can also come from very traumatic experiences. Like if you grew up in an abusive household, it can come from that. Mm-hmm. Third, it can come from brain trauma. Like if you, let's say you like to mountain climb and you fell and hit your head really hard. If the Broca's area in your mind, in your brain was damaged in any sort of way, that could also cause stuttering. Okay, and what about some people who might suffer from stuttering? What are some ways that they can cope with that and try to get around some of that on a daily basis? Usually, people who have a speech impediment, they usually have to go to they can take certain classes or in speech therapy. Like I have been in speech therapy since I was in kindergarten. Now, it's still not perfect. I still have a long way to go. But it can ease it. Like there are certain things like taking certain breaths before certain words that can help ease certain words. All right, and what about some tips that maybe you have for other people, like teachers or friends, when you're having a conversation with somebody who may have a stuttering issue? How do we do things to maybe make that person feel a little bit better? In terms of friends, you can try to avoid saying phrases like just relax, because stuttering is beyond just relaxing. You actually have an issue in your brain. It's a neurological issue. You cannot control it. You can only use certain techniques to ease it. Mm-hmm. Second is to try not to rush that person. If you rush them, then there's a greater possibility that you're going to actually make their stutter worse. Mm-hmm. If you are a teacher, I would highly recommend that try to expect the same work ethic that you would from another student. There's nothing wrong with their brain. They are not mentally underdeveloped in any way. They just, sometimes they might need that extra push to participate in class. So if you notice that a student is struggling to participate in class or they're very nervous to do so, I would highly recommend that you take them outside of class and tell them, hey, I completely understand your condition. I don't have it, but if you want to talk to me separately about problems you may be having in class, please feel free to do so. All right, Simone, great job. National Better Speech and Hearing Month is the month of May, and Stuttering Awareness right now specifically for this week. So, Simone, great job. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Before we kick it back, come to Weaver Field Memorial Park in Lansdale tonight, right across from Penndale. It's community night at the ballpark. Hall of Fame induction beginning at 7 o'clock. Knights take on Hatboro Horsham in a night baseball game tonight. Have a great weekend, North Penn.
Did you tweet your answers at NPTV? Let's check in with Mr. Brumbaugh himself for the answer.
Hey, the answer you've all been waiting for. Teacher Appreciation Week got its start in 1984 when the National PTA, Parents Teachers Association, designated a week in May to appreciate teachers nationwide. So go out and show the teacher you like how much you appreciate them. Bet you didn't know that? Now you do. Thanks for playing this week's Brumbaugh Challenge.
The winner of the Brumbaugh Challenge is Mr. Houston's first period class. There's a lot going on this weekend, so start it off right. Tonight is the CMT concert in the Odeon at 7 p.m.
And before we go, Colin Davis had a special moment with rapper J.I.D. last week. Mr. J.I.D. pulled Colin up on stage to rap with one of his hits. Nice job, Colin.
That's all we have on this edition of Mornings. I'm Rachel Allmark.
And I'm Gabby Mosley. On behalf of North Penn Television, we would like to thank all of our teachers and staff who helped make our time here at North Penn High School an excellent and encouraging experience. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week.